News where I can't see myself. What is going on? Okay, camera. We're going to go to webcam. No. USB. No. Oh my gosh. There we go. About time. Hello there, everybody. I am Chabul here representing the Mental Health Motion News, and I don't even know if I'm even on YouTube. So we're going to find out as I go to my screen to figure out if I'm on the channel that I am trying to be on. Let's find out. Here we go with the mental health. We're going to type it in mental itch, mental health, militia, MILI, militia news, and apparently we are on. Holy moly, let's get this up in here. Hi there, Diana. How are you doing, dear? Let's mute this. I can't believe this is even working. And I am so excited right now, the Mental Health Militia family. This is amazing. So let me go here. I am going to get to let me copy the invite. Copy to the clipboard. Copied. Let's share the screen. Screen share. Share the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Yes, okay, right there. Here we go. So I'm going to post this in the comment section. Paste, go, chat. Good. I'm very. You want to come on and join? I mean, you don't have to, but good. I'm glad you're great. And today in the news, we have a lot so far. We have corruption in California. The former dean, LA City Councilman Mark Ridley Thomas, indicted on federal corruption charges. I mean, it's small, but they are getting to it. And we're just trying to do our best and gather these people up one at a time. Look at that. Boston Dynamic dogs walking their hounds in D.C. this morning. Yes, Boston Dynamics, they have electromechanic dogs, and they really are pretty stable. I've seen them myself, not personally, but enough to understand that they are there. Why are there two pictures? It doesn't matter. And the stream is right there in the section if anybody wants to hop on in. And I'm just going to keep that up while I learn what is going on here. So if anybody wants to join the stream, I will repost in the chat. And come on in. And there goes Ronan. We're going to add Ronan to the stream. Ronan, look who we did, Ronan.
How are you?
Good, Ronan. We did this, homie. We did this.
This is awesome.
And thank you, sir. Well,
you did this.
No, sir. No, because if you guys didn't call in, I would have never pushed myself to do this. So yes. And Diana, I know it's scary to you. It's scary to me too. It's a lot of scary. A lot of it's scary. We're just talking about the dynamics, Boston Dynamics, how they created walking hounds. They were displaying them in DC earlier today.
That's sad. I don't know, because the best part about having a dog is that, it's a live creature that loves you and you love the dog. It's great. I have a dog. It's awesome. Then you have what's a robot dog? Does it mow the yard? Does it? That's lame. My personal opinion.
Correct. No, I mean, I guess it doesn't chew your pumps, or your Jordans. Your dog is absolutely humongous, and I guess it doesn't shed.
Yeah, that's
not that I'm taking cheap shots at your dog.
He sheds, but he doesn't chew my pumps.
Okay. Well, listen, I seen Beethoven. It's coming.
Yeah. Remember those Tamagotchi little keychain pet things that were out for a while.
Yeah,
I think when we were kids.
Yes, I do remember. I do remember.
Maybe it's just like a cooler modern version of that.
I mean, yeah, of course. You know, you can't put these ones in your pocket. You know, unless it's like the little rascals where that guy took out the little froggy, or it was a lizard.
I think it was a frog if I remember.
And yeah, no, I personally don't. I don't keep pets or kind of really believe in pets. I'm so sorry to admit that to the world.
Well, that's okay. But I
And
find that interesting. But nothing wrong with it. My mom's that same way.
well, okay, so it actually grew up because everybody in my house had pets that they wanted, and they didn't take care of them, and I just sat there and I was just like, I had such empathy for them, and you know, I would just be like, okay, like I'll walk the dogs, I'll feed your lizard. What was this thing? You find them in Florida, they just fall out of trees.
Like
Um,
newts or geckos or whatever.
no. It's, giant. They're giant lizard things. They're from South America, but um, I can't remember them. But they're not from here. We had one. It was like 3 feet long, and I tried to take care of that as best as possible. And then we had a 7 foot albino python, and that was one of the most scariest things like ever. I remember the smell of the cage.
Oh my.
And so all these people, they had all these exotic pets, and I just got tired of it. And then I thought about these things being pretty much imprisoned, and we're keeping them for against their will, and they have a better chance of being out there, because if I'm left to take care of you, you're screwed. And a lot of them pets were animals were screwed because I was left to one take care of them.
That's funny. So how was your son's soccer practice?
It was it was good. He's getting really well, and you know,
Awesome.
he's taking, you know, because when two kids go for the ball, and you know, they contact shins at first, you know, he went down. He was like, oh my gosh, my body took impact. Now he's like, I have to go through you, and I'm like, that's the guy. That's the kid I want.
There's the bull, huh?
Yeah, that's the young bull right there. And but nah, we didn't want him to play football because we don't want him to take impacts to the head.
Yeah, my mom never let me play football either. And at first I was a little chapped about it, but I got over it real quick. Um More so I love the sport, but just it was kind of the culture was weird. I don't know. Uh, Back in high school, back in my day, I suppose there was more like I don't think hazing's the fair word to say it, but it is borderline, you know, initiation type stuff. And I was like, no, I don't play that game. That's weird.
Yeah, no, no, you're absolutely right. And it kind of was, these kids were the I don't want to say weird, but they're like the serial killers, or they're gladiators,
Right.
and they just have that gladiator mentality. You know, you have to. And I wanted to get into football, but I didn't have the structure in my life or at home.
In soccer, you expend a lot more energy too, I think. You're always running. You're just running everywhere.
Correct. Yeah, that you are too. But if I'm trying to teach my son to, I don't know a damn thing about soccer, but I can understand the concept of things quick. And I'm trying to teach him, like, you got to understand, if you're not there to make the play, you got to see where the play is going to be at next. and just try to play your angles, run your angles, and I guess that's how you play soccer. But football, baseball, hockey, I used to play, and I was really good at it, but just didn't have the structure to continue on in life. And
You found your calling, you know.
what, being a douchebag reporting news articles?
I guess that makes two of us.
Oh, that was good. I like that. It was funny. And I I don't know. Yeah, I guess no. I just look at it as like I like to be as honest as possible, and I can't steer you away from the truth. And it just so happens that my opinion is really far off
Mine
from
is
like
too.
what people are expecting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like from the mainstream or whatever. I was thinking about something today. It's not news related, but it kind of is. I was thinking, you know, how they're always giving us fake news. Why don't we put something together and give them some fake news or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's exactly what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking. That we should start. We should start promoting the booster Jabberino because we all own stock in it.
Yeah, let me get some more stock in it first.
Yes, correct, correct. Please, we just start everybody start putting on their Facebook to please get the booster shot because we just bought stock in all the companies,
Yeah.
and people will just be like, "Yo, that's fucked up." Like, like, yo, like, yeah, but I need you to promote it. I need you. I tell people all the time, dude. I do that all the time in my day, man. I really do. I tell at least 3 to 5 people a day to please get your booster Jabberino because I just bought stock in all 3 of them.
That's funny because every time I see someone acting a fool, I'm like, yeah, they're tripping on the V. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're going hard on it.
Correct. And that's the only thing I could expect is we're trying to wake these people up, but they're so entwined on that sleeping pill that they Jabberinoed in their body.
Well, and that's just it. It's like, you know, if you speak truth to them, they don't believe you. I like the let's try comedy because that does what it gets people thinking. You know, they don't think about it in the moment, but they're like rehashing that joke on the way home or whatever. You know, it gets the gears going.
Yes,
But
yes, it does get the gears going, especially if we start making them the joke.
that's right.
Like
No one likes to being the butt of the joke.
correct. Be like, excuse me, did you get the Jabberino? You did. You gotta stay 6 feet away from me because I'm afraid of you shedding genomes around me.
Right. Keep your shed to yourself, please.
Yes,
all right.
please keep your shed to yourself.
This is a shed-free zone. All right. I identify as a non-shedder. Thank you.
Yes, I identify as a pure blood.
That's right. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got you. That used to mean something else, you know.
Yeah, right. Take your muggle ass
Now
over
it's
there.
just like no one knows what to say. I guess I don't know. Caught me off guard.
They got to take their muggle ass around the block to get their Jabberino because they own stock in it.
Right. They got to get that altar.
That's right.
What that is.
That's
altering, right. Altar. Think about it. So what do? You worship at an altar.
Correct. If they want to do better in life, they'll stop at each pharmacy and make sure they get all 3 of them.
I think we should start selling like punch cards. You know, like you go just all get your boosters. You'll just start selling these punch cards and like a reward system. You have to buy in, but it could be like a raffle or something. You'd be part of the club. But let me buy some more stock first, and then we'll do that.
We'll buy more stock into it, and we'll tie our stock in the cryptocurrency, and they just have to buy into the cryptocurrency to make sure that they got their Jabberino. We'll give them crypto. We'll give them crypto.
That's right. But first, they got to send us just like one cryptocurrency so that way we have their wallet, and then we'll send them
Yes, correct.
the like 10 times that or something. Just we'll make
Yeah,
them rich.
yeah. Just like those scams on the boob tube.
And you
You
know
you
what? We'll
did you
just
ever?
add a warranty to their car on top of that. It's like a free sign-on bonus.
Yes, correct, correct. Not only not only you send us 5 Ethereum, we send you back 10 Ethereum, but also we have your car's extended warranty over here. So make sure you send that Ethereum.
That's right. So I mean, we kid, we joke about it, and I hope people are laughing, but it's kind of a serious thing,
Yeah, dude, people are getting scammed constantly, and I almost got scammed the other day. If I had 5 Ethereum, I would have did it. I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, Elon Musk is sitting here talking about space stuff, and they're giving away Ethereum. That seems it seems believable because he's so in tied with cryptocurrency. And
Yeah.
I would have did it, but I was just like, wait a minute, let me just type this in real quick. Not that I didn't have crypto, I don't have Ethereum like that. That's $10,000. But people fall
Yeah.
for that stuff all
Yep.
the time.
And that scam specifically is going to start to change, and we've already start to see it change, where it'll be like a press briefing or like someone's giving a speech or something, and it'll be like an old speech. This actually came up when Facebook went down, and someone on YouTube replayed a speech from Zuckerberg he did on at Penn State, I think. I can't remember what it was, but it was like back in April. It was an old speech. And they replayed that, dude, and they were like, and it was that same scam. It was send us some crypto and we'll send you some back. And people were all so thirsty to hear something about what's going on with that social media that, they were all in on it. They're checking it out and listening to it. So you got to be careful. We got to warn people about that. We can't let each other fall for it,
Correct. And just like don't fall for methane gas and beef industry. People will fall for anything because to tell you the truth, it really winds up coming from people that we think we respect because they made it to a platform or a level that we think it takes a lot of credit or strategy to get there, but that's not always the case.
Exactly. It's in like exactly what you just said up there. What was that article about cow farts?
Yeah, you saw that? You saw that?
Yeah. Okay, riddle me this. Okay. Cow farts, methane gas, whatever. Back in the day, there's these giant dinosaurs running around. They're bigger. There were more of them. Were they farting? Like, wouldn't that have been a problem back then? Like, as far as our atmosphere, ozone, and all that, wouldn't they have been able? As far as that goes, wouldn't they have kind of all their farts dissipated the ozone, and we wouldn't be here, according to them?
Dude, that's if anything, that's just feeding the oxygen levels and just making them richer. If you really think about it, and when you see and know about the fossils that have actually been found on Earth and they hide them from us, our oxygen levels were so rich. Like what really happened? Has our climate been altered for 1,000 years on purpose to bring it down? I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought about that too, because in the Bible it says we're supposed to live 120 years. We're living half that. So it's like, that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Half of that. And okay, so when I was in school, I went to a Philadelphia City school, and all the books constantly would promote a 50-year lifespan. Like, it was like the most blowing like thing on my mind as a kid. Like, why are you promoting a 50-year lifespan?
Right. Like, you're expected, if you live beyond that, like, are you supposed to have survivor's remorse? Like,
yeah,
that's weird. So I mean, the thing that surprises me also is that we've survived it. Like, obviously that's God's mercy in our life that no matter what they throw at us, here we still are. And we're all, our community seems like we're overall positive and we love God and we love each other. And, we're not falling into this let's hate game. We try to make fun of it. And sometimes maybe we shouldn't because it is serious. However, they throw everything they can at us and it doesn't get us, and that gets them. It's like the scariest of scary news articles and stuff we see can't really let that get to us because that's all they got is stories. They just tell stories. That's it. You know.
That's it. That's all they got us on, and we are left to whoever our parents trusted. We may have trusted because our parents felt we trusted, and it was just part of the plan in the system. And I remember walking around as a kid all my years, looking at paintings where they would have the individual on who they were honoring on their lifespan. Some of them would say their birth date, and then the little bar, and then maybe they weren't dead yet, but people I always used to count because why are they telling us 50 years?
Yeah.
Dude.
And it is weird.
And okay, so yes, the Bible says like the average lifespan was, gosh, in 90 years, 100 years, a decade.
Well, like in the beginning of the Bible, like these
Yeah.
like people live like 900 years, thousands a year, 1,000 years. It said it's crazy when you go back and read in the beginning. But like after Noah is what I'm talking about. Like after the flood, and God cleaned the earth, and then in there it says something about living 120 years, which that only came back to mind because that's how long so and so has been, in politics, right? It's been a public servant for that long. So when I heard that number, I was like, that's so weird. And I went back and looked. I'm like, that's weird. And then here we are talking about this, and you're right. They've always given us a deadline, right? Literally.
Yeah, literally. And this is where their creation of the internet is going to be their true downfall, is because they couldn't control the narrative they tried to control the narrative
Right.
all over the world all at once, but somewhere along the lines they weren't smart enough to keep it all under control.
They're
getting good. They're still getting better.
That's true.
Don't let that confuse you. They're still getting good.
Oh yeah, but it looks like they kind of let their pride and ego get the best of them.
Because why? Because you're saying because they went so hard, it's so recognizable now.
Well, I think it comes down to like them having faith in themselves and not having faith in God in the same way we do. I think this is just kind of personal, but like the most evil of people have to recognize that there is a God. Otherwise, what are you against? Nevertheless, I think what we try to do is we look to God and we try to do good and love each other, where they serve themselves, right? They're self-serving in that sense.
Yes, correct. And I'm just gonna think that I had something after that, but I don't. We just have to continue to go on and try to wake people up. And that's what I'm going to go to from now on when I don't have anything else to say. We just have to continue to wake people up. I'm getting good at this. I'm learning. This is how they do it on talk shows.
Yeah. I was thinking of a conspiracy we can start if you wanted to, like or a rumor or something.
I'm always good at starting, but it has to be somewhat kind of truthful, like the brown coats are here. I'm just joking.
The brown pants, more like it.
Yeah, right.
Well, as far as like, this isn't what I was kind of joking about earlier, but I think a lot of people are kind of fearful of what's going on, with the border and stuff too. And I just want to remind people of a couple of things. And just remember, a while back, you may have remembered a story about a bunch of SIM chips being recovered at the border. So that was, just a reminder that we got their comms. Then we remember what happened at the canal with that boat and all the stories that came out around that. However, the main one that I think people mostly agree with is that there were pew pews. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Arms, if you will.
Okay, yeah.
G U.
Yeah.
Not gonna say the last letter, right? So just a reminder that if anything, we got their comms. They can't communicate. We got their weapons, right? They got nothing when they get here, if they get here. So if anything, there's a bunch of potentially, which is, I don't even believe that to be true, but potentially people with malice in their heart against us. So I don't want people to get too worried about it. I just want to keep that in mind. You may remember some of those stories because they were kind of a big deal at the time when they came out, but
they were apprehending a whole bunch of people that were on the watch list, or they were affiliated with organizations on the watch list, or groups. I shall say groups on the watch list.
Right.
And is that what you're talking about?
That, and also the actual yeah, and also the actual communicate, like the SIM, your cell phone has a SIM card in it. There was a story probably 2 months back that they confiscated a bunch of those. And then also we know about what went on in the canal with the boat and all that stuff. So they confiscated all that as well. So even if there is, and that was the way that they were going to infiltrate and get that stuff here, I'm saying,
Correct. But we'd have to draw up something believable enough to hand out. I mean, we do have a pretty good artist.
That's not like the
I guess word of
fake
mouth
news thing I was talking about. I'm actually telling you that happened. Those are actual stories.
Correct. Of us retrieving secret information.
Right.
That stuff probably came from those groups trying to come over, and they're like, oh snaps, border patrol's about to be here, ditch this stuff.
Right. So basically, I'm just saying, like, if they are here, they're castrated. There's nothing they can do. They have no way to talk to each other. They have no way to defend themselves.
Kind of, unless they were the ones that have to find the shipping containers. That's actually the rumors we should start spreading. Is to please go around everywhere in your backwoods or anywhere, and just look for shipping containers.
Right.
That look like why are there hinges right there? There should not be hinges on that shipping container.
I would not recommend anybody go walking through their woods doing that. If it's not your woods anyway.
Yeah, if it's not your woods. I mean, that's the stuff I'm thinking of, like what they would be coming for. Cause I mean, oh God, so am I setting people up for failure? Did I just set up a whole group for failure?
No, this is just part of the skit.
Just part of the skit. Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna post something in the chat that's part of the skit. Do you guys know about the D5s?
The what?
Oh my gosh! You're kidding me, right?
The D5 those old.
Oh no, dude!
I thought we retired those.
You have Club K's?
No, teach me.
Oh, dude. Okay, this is not even a rumor. This is not even a rumor, guys. I'm not even rumoring you. Oh gosh, okay. I need everybody to sit down and brace yourself for what I'm about to show you. I am so sorry if I'm the first one to show you this, okay? Very sorry. Please be prepared. Can everybody see this on my, can you see this on my screen, Ronan?
Yeah, let me switch real quick. I think what's going on in...
I'll unmute this.
Oops. Yeah, I could see. Yep, we're good.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
Hold on.
Now I can. It's kind of quiet though.
Just watch. Just everybody needs you to watch. Because this is what is really they're trying to get to. And this is not even a joke. This is why I believe these ships are not coming into our country. Okay. Okay, and this is not even a rumor. Okay, think about why all them container ships are sitting out there. We don't want them in here. Okay, here we are. I'm so sorry. This is about an 8-minute video, but it's very important. Can you see this?
Yeah, this is not the time for a rave.
But that means you can see me too?
Yeah.
I hope YouTube can also see this just the screen and not me dancing to war.
I think right now YouTube can see exactly what we see. I can see your screen, and then off to the left there you're on top, and then I'm below.
Okay, well either way, they're getting the idea of what the hell is going on here.
Yeah.
You didn't know about this, did you?
I do now.
You do now, and the rest of you do now. Okay? Now watch. This is what we should all be prepared for. Because this is war, and this is why container ships are not coming in.
And to clarify, by prepare, we first and foremost mean get right with God, love your neighbor.
Yes.
And then, get some beans and rice and, but first, foremost, prepare your heart, okay? And trust in God. He loves you. We love you. It's all good.
Correct. If we can just shift the balance between the love of God and no love for God, we can win because God will win.
Amen.
Because listen, it doesn't matter. Them container ships will take out a whole military, and you'll see.
And remember, too, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And also, he takes what the enemy meant for evil and uses it for our good. Okay, so there's a lot of power in that. We gotta, give God that glory, that and our worship. So this is just a technology that exists, correct?
North Korea has these right now, and they test them out actively all the time. But people don't see that in the news. I do because I'm very active and constantly reading.
And speaking of the news, didn't you mention something back about China doing something with their trains? They're always moving their trains or something like that. Was that you who's talking about that, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Wait, say this again.
That country has all this stuff on trains throughout their country, and they're
Yes,
mobile,
correct.
so that way it's harder for their opponent to find where it may be because it's always moving. I lost my audio. I'm sorry. Hold on. Can you hear me? I'm going to hop out and hop back in. I can't hear anything.
Oh, I was on mute. I was on mute. So I was just the whole time. I'm so sorry. Hey, Ronan.
Hey, I thought it was my headphones.
No, it was
Sorry.
me. It was me. I must have muted myself somehow.
Well, that's all right.
I'm so sorry, everybody. Is that everybody's first time seeing something like that? Those Club K container chips? Because I feel that's what got me thrown off of YouTube the last time.
Oh, you should have said something.
No, it's not even something to worry about. It's we're okay. I just posted something that was on their page, so
Oh,
I mean, but the way I posted it was in a Q drop, and it was all the whole kit and caboodle playbook, and that one video every time dude that one video took out 3 channels. Whoop, skirt,
Yeah, and I'm sure they have stuff in the metadata too to
skirt,
find it.
yank. And we're like, skirt. Don't need that. Like this dude's projecting the playbook. Skirt.
Did it have the part in there where Jack is actually DJT, but like a twin, not like a replacement, if you will?
No, I didn't see that one. I didn't get pulled down for that one.
Oh,
Is this a Q drop?
I don't know where I saw it, if it was or not, but it was like, so you know how they're all running around with masks, they're saying some famous actors portraying some famous politician and stuff like that. Well, when Jack's plane went down, that was kind of part
Okay.
of the thing. So the idea was, if you make someone disappear, someone's always going to be looking for them, right? If you're in the know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're always going to be looking for them. So you're always going to be on the lam. You're always going to be running around. So, and they were friends, right? So instead of, like, let's say you're in trouble, let's say I'm in trouble, and you're like, well, I got no problems. I can take care of myself and protect me from anybody. So why don't you just sometimes portray yourself to be me? We just can't be in the same place at one time. And then that kind of grows into like, hey, actually, we could do a lot more if there's two of us, like-minded people. We want the same thing for everybody. We could be like 5 places in a day. No one would really ask too many questions. I'm rich. I got planes. I got money. I got cars. I got it all. Doctors. So it's like, do you kind of see what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Yes. And but that man, his plane went down in 1999.
Yeah.
We didn't have technology like, we may have. Oh gosh, we may have. Because we started developing real good. The development started in the 60s, and it didn't get to Hollywood until like the 80s. And so yeah, it could be possible.
Well, and it's that technology had to get better because our technology got better. We had higher resolution cameras back in remember standard definition with rabbit ears over the VCRs, beta, all that stuff was kind of grainy, and compared to now where everything is super high definition, you can almost see through somebody.
Oh gosh, where can I find this site? What site was she talking about? The Club K container ships?
I think so.
I got it right here. Copy, paste. Sorry. Okay, so bring me back. Where were we right before I decided to take myself away?
We were talking about those containers and their mobility and
Okay, no. Right before I posted in the chat.
about the double Donald thing.
Oh yeah, the double Donald thing. Oh gosh, go yeah, the technology. Okay, now you touched the neurons. Go ahead.
Well, that was basically it in a nutshell. I don't really know anything to say, but it was just kind of like a really interesting theory because, you can't, it's kind of like if you're always hiding, someone's always going to be looking for you. You can hide in plain sight, but then you're always someone different. This way, you kind of have that protection, right? And then you can do double good, right? You can do even more. Like be in more places more quickly. All you have to be is within a flight's distance. You could already be there, be rested, do the event, and you're charged. You're good to go. You're doing one, so instead of you doing 5, you're actually doing 2, 3 type of thing.
Correct, and you also get to sleep. Always be refreshed.
Right. If something, God forbid, happens to one, there's still the other.
Yeah, correct. And gosh, and but the only thing is, most billionaires only they train themselves to only sleep 5 hours a day. But yeah, be multiple places at once, like-minded thinking, a lot of training, um, or one could sit in the background and be making decisions while the other one can actually publicly be the face.
Right.
That I could yeah, I could see that. Is that what we were saying, or was I see where my mind was going was the two of them existing, but one wearing a mask and the other one being who the other one is.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, that would just take that's see that's but that's where their playbook is a lot better than what I could ever put together. I'm still trying to learn how to adult.
I hear you. It's overrated.
Oh yeah, definitely. 21st century adulting is definitely overrated. I for the first time in my life, I just thought to myself, I wish I wish I could have would have paid attention in school. Yep.
I I don't know. You shouldn't worry too much about it. I don't think school taught me much about being an adult. Life taught me a lot about being an adult.
Live talking on YouTube live.
No, life, living
Oh,
life,
live.
being alive. Yeah.
Yeah. I I did know I did learn more. I did learn more in life in like 5 minutes of like just like bits and pieces of it than I think I could have ever did in a book. But it took a long time and a whole bunch of bits and pieces. It's like a collage.
Yeah.
That's right. Maturity is a collage. Can't get to the next level unless you get one piece to fit to put the puzzle to put the piece together to the next shitty level of the puzzle. And I listen. I just try to be as honest as possible because people love honesty. And I don't know. Uh, I thank God my job never ever sees what I do in public. I'd be fired.
You mean in private?
Oh no! In private, in private, I'm absolutely filthy, disgusting. I'm trying to learn to be better because I just realized that there's a dimension in between us, and that's why I have so many disturbing thoughts is because there's freaking demons whispering in my ear. I'm telling you, I'm totally convinced with that. There is no reason, huh?
One thing I do when I pray is I do ask God to bind the evil one's hands, his feet, to mute his mouth so that he can't whisper lies to me, to blind his eyes so that he can't see my coming and goings, to deafen his ears so he can't hear our plan. So I believe, once I kind of started holding on to that a little bit more, that helped me. 'Cause and like audible voices, but it seems like even throughout every single day, we have so many decisions to make, and every single decision can go a million different ways. And I find myself kind of overthinking it sometimes. And most of the time, I realize it really doesn't matter. I just have to do something, I just have to make an attempt, and God's going to step in and he's going to help with the rest of the way. He's a good checker player. So I just have to make that first little move, and he's going to see that through.
Correct. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And I that's what I'm trying to do. See, I have a problem with the ladies, and I know that obstacles are put in front of me to test me and tease me constantly to whether or not to see if I'm gonna bite. And sure as hell I do bite. I nibble, I caress. Oh gosh, I sniff. I can understand why Joe Biden sniffs. I sniff. I'm an ear sniffer. Sniff
Don't be
right
a
to you.
sniffer, Jabul.
I'm a sniffer,
Don't be
dog.
a
I
sniffer,
do,
dude.
dude.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man,
Don't be a sniffer,
when
please.
when I'm tight and embrace and I have my chin tucked right on her shoulder and I put like right behind her ear.
Well, hey, get married and go to town, bro. That's what the Bible says, right? Go get
But like
married and go to town.
I don't grab women and I'm just like, let me smell behind your ear.
Uh,
No, I am that dude where like if I
they
hold you,
can't
I will.
resist the Jabul sniff.
Yeah. I'm a sniffer, damn it.
Repent.
Oh, dude, there's also something about I don't know. Oh, I'm definitely a sniffer. Oh my gosh, I'm an all-around pig pervert. Chabot the pig pervert.
Get
That's
married
it.
and go to town. There's nothing wrong with that.
Wait, married?
Yeah,
Oh
that's what the
man.
Bible says, right? There's nothing wrong being a sniffer as long as it's your own wife you're sniffing, no one else's.
Wait a minute. Wait, the Ten Commandments tell you to get married?
No.
No,
I
all right.
mean,
They just tell me not to cover my neighbor's wife, but
yeah, don't be
but I can
sniffing
cover
on your
my
neighbor's
my
wife.
neighbor's wife.
No, you keep your sniffer to yourself and your wife.
Oh gosh, Chabot the sniffer pig pervert. Oh
But
gosh,
the Lord, I mean, the Bible does tell us too that whenever that stuff comes along our path, that God does offer a means of escape. We just gotta look for it. You know, I'm a sinner just like you, Chabot. I am in no way, shape, or form any better. Do not like misconstrue what my words are. Uh, and if I sound arrogant, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. And I know sometimes just in my natural speak, it sounds like that. And if you got to check me, check me. Don't be hesitant in doing that. But um,
yeah,
right
you're
on.
good. Go ahead.
Yeah, just that there's always a means for escape, and we can look for it. And we can pray for strength, and it'll be there. Just have faith, and it'll.
Correct. No, you're absolutely right. But see, like, I mean, I kind of knew that because there should be no reason why like randomly I like women just like hit on me and like things happen and then I just realized it's just all put there to see if I'll take the bait.
Yeah,
And
they can't resist the bull. The
they
babes
can't
love the bull.
they do it's because I'm a muff diver and oh gosh I am oh gosh I truly am a pig pervert, dude. I sniff. I will like do little kisses and I will sniff the whole body and kiss it at the same, even with the panties on. Oh, that's like my favorite. It's my
There's
favorite to sniff above the panties. I'm a pig panty sniffer. Oh
You're a
my
belly
gosh,
button sniffer.
the pig panty sniffer. God darn it. Gosh darn
Don't
it.
do
Gosh
that. Don't.
darn it.
That's funny.
I am a Democrat because I'm a pig panty sniffer. Oh, that's how we should have the Democrat Republican test. We should hold up panties and see who sniffs them. The Republicans won't sniff them, but the Democrats will.
See what they do with them if they sniff them. Oh
Or
my!
wear them. Or wear them. They might even wear them.
It gives like face diaper a whole new meaning.
Face that, yeah, right. Oh man. Oh man, they might wear them over their head, on their bodies. Oh
Oy.
man.
But it's funny because like some of the stuff you're saying, I can't remember if it's in Proverbs or Psalms, but it's like it's talking about like sexy stuff about women and like something about her skin being as soft as a goat's ear, and it's like it's all in the Bible, so it can't go too far in that sense. But I mean, that's part of how God made us, is to be, to be sniffers of our own wives. Not every, don't let your sniffer get the best of you.
Don't let my sniffer get the best of me. Oh my gosh, I just love the smell of things. I don't know why. I guess that's one of my own downfalls of trying to stop my democracy, or stop trying to be a Democrat and stop the sniffing. I'm on a campaign now.
Songs of Solomon, G.A. Cracker said that. I knew it was in there somewhere.
If you're looking that up, there's something in Solomon about the sniffing.
Oh, here, I'll pull it up.
I can't believe I just admitted that to the whole world, that me and Joe Biden have something in common, that we both sniff women.
It's the first step.
Gosh, I mean, not to make it like even weird, but like it truly is a problem. When I take my kids like clothes like off their bodies, like I smell it because I like to smell my kids. I am a complete weirdo.
I've heard women talk about like a new baby smell.
Oh, dude, when I hold my baby, when I hold any of my kids, dude, I walk up to my son, I smell his head. He'll be sitting there playing his little his little Warcraft night Fortnite, and I'll be like, I don't know, dude. It's just a thing of life that like releases dopamines into my brain. Where's that glue? Where's that model in glue? I'm gonna need to sniff that real quick.
We know there's like pheromones and stuff, right? That people put out, and
I'm kidding.
But yeah, I think here it's like in Songs of Solomon 6.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second so I can bring it up for the squad. Psalms of Solomon 6. Sure, that looks good.
It says, your cheeks glow behind your veil. Let the king have 60 queens, 80 concubines, young women without numbers, but I love only you. You could like put this stuff in Hallmark cards and stuff.
Correct. Yes, we need to put. We could write our own stuff
Listen
on
to
Hallmark
this one.
cards.
Your hair dances like a flock of goats, bounding down the hills of Gilead. Your teeth are as white as a flock of sheep. Hey,
that's pretty. That's pretty romantic. That's pretty romantic. And I don't have anything that romantic. I'm from the urban area, so I'm not gonna take it off biblical terms, because I was going to be pretty raunchy. So now I understand your total respect with that, with marriage and the sanctity of a woman.
Well, I guess so. I'm not married, so I can't really speak to marriage. However, I guess my thought of it is more of a dedication. It's us together type of a thing, versus misleading women and thinking that there potentially could be something there, and there's not, just to get some nookie. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I'm from. Versus, marriage is in the eyes of who? This government. You know what I mean? Like the law? No, they don't. There's nothing they have, but
correct. And I guess I could. There's no way, because I feel that I have a deal with God. I would not get off my ass unless he promised to cover me with women.
Well,
And that's
I
not
don't
even a
know.
lie, dude. That's not even a
Hey,
lie.
I believe you, brother. God tells me things too in that sense, and I kind of said it earlier. It's like the world's always seen us as fools. As long as we're doing what God told us to do, and He doesn't see us as a fool. That's all that matters.
Correct. See, the problem is though. I see the reason why I feel he tests me is because the only women that try to covet me are the ones that don't have a full set complete of teeth. And God, you got need like to put like 5 of them
Maybe
together to make a full set of teeth.
maybe they're just cold, and they're like, "This is a big burly guy. He'd probably keep me warm."
No, I'm
Maybe just give him a blanket.
that's it. That's it. I'm gonna toss him $2 and a blanket and say thank you, but I am not your knight in shining armor. I am simply a fool wrapped in aluminum foil. And
What's good in the news?
what's good in the news? Yeah, I guess we're going to get away from my my Gummer and prostitution stories. So we'll just move on from there. All right. What's good in the news is there's a lot good in the news. Americans are standing up for themselves on a constant basis, and
Yeah.
let's see. I have here. That's the sounds we have the Club K's. Okay, so I was just going through RT News, so most of them they don't have articles that go back to other stations because they're on their news station. So Bootstraps is talking about the supply chain crisis, and he's going to try to head it off as best as possible. Let me see if I can get a better article about that. Biden's thanks supply chain distribution task force says sorry for butchering their name. Who moved to promptly back the president was at his audible best during a speech while joined by the executioner Jerkarder and the Marina. Somebody, or no, that's really what it says. Somebody or other to discuss the U.S. port blockages. Naturally, no one got a question as Biden patiently shuffled away, moved quicker than the containers at Long Beach. Build back better font and text size for the teleprompter. Okay, so basically, sometimes the words don't go so fast from my eyes to my brain to what else I'm thinking of. So what this is pretty much saying is he doesn't care about your supply chain, and he moved on from the conversation after he mumbled a bunch of words.
He's like, blockage, hemp, prune juice. Yeah, no blockage. Okay, man.
Dude, I mean, I think I did a better job reading that article than he did answering professional questions, and I did piss poor at reading that.
I agree. You did a
better
better job than he did.
Correct. I see. I can read, but usually when I read by myself, I just go through things and I think I know what I'm reading. Now when I have to read out loud, it's a whole nother story. So what do you feel about that? Do you feel they can fix the supply chain?
A short answer, no. I don't think he can. I think he has a hard time doing anything. I almost feel bad because it's elder abuse. So it's like, even for me to make fun of the man, it's like I feel like a bad person sometimes.
I mean, how can it be elder abuse when you elected yourself for this ridicule? You literally should have known what was coming with the job. I think it's in the title that people are coming for your neck.
Yeah, it is, and that's the thing. T-Man was ready for it, right?
Correct. Oh yeah, no. Well, okay. So was T-Man ready for it, or did the military come get him and then prepare him for it? Because I think I know who Q is, and I don't think it's DJT.
Right, I agree with you. I don't think that. I think.
Go ahead. I can hear you. I gotta find socks. My feet are chilly.
Okay. I think him winning was as much of a surprise to him than it was anybody else. And I think because they weren't able to get away with it then with her, you know what I mean? Shows that like he was put there too, kind of a thing, I think. And when he was told basically that, guess what? These indictments went down, these people were charged, and the clock started. And I think, just because my paralegal background, once you're charged, things happen versus when you're indicted, you don't know. That an indictment is the prosecutor bringing evidence to a jury saying, do we have enough evidence to charge this person and bring charges against them? So that already happened. They were charged. Clock started ticking, right? Trials, all that stuff's going on. And their only chance of survival is a pardon. So that's why we're seeing what we're seeing now, with Bootstraps where he is. And that's just my opinion. So I don't think it's done. And that's why I believe there's a positive outcome. But I think that when, he got in there, there was a rude awakening. I don't think he had a choice at that point, whether he wanted to or not. He was there. That's it. You're doing this type of a thing.
Correct. And but he does have the personality to take charge of,
Yep.
tens of thousands of people, and now billions. And but I believe Q is Double O Dan Scavino, Agent Double O Dan Scavino, and that's who I think Q is. And he was asked by the United States military to step up and take this role. And I just think he knew the plan. He just didn't know he was going to be the one to have to execute it.
I think you're probably right.
Maybe now, dude. I could be way far off, and
I think it's part right.
Because a part of me has put a lot of study into DJT. I mean, a whole lot of study to where he was communicating with Richard Nixon after his resignation, and in written hand letters about like what was up. And this dude's only in his like 20s or 30s. You never heard of that?
No.
Oh my gosh. Ronan, with your paralegal background ain't serving you shit in this whole conversation. I'm kidding, brother. I love you. And okay, Richard. This isn't Google, so forgive me. Nixon, Donald Trump.
Because she was involved in Watergate, wasn't she? HRC. She was in there. She was a rookie attorney at that time, from what I understand.
Okay, so they were pen pals in the 80s. Ooh, you didn't know that one, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, man.
So this also makes me believe that he kind of set himself up for the job, and the military didn't ask him, he asked the military.
I don't know. That's a tough one. How do you ask the military?
Because okay, so Michael Flynn on the exiting of DJT and Hussein Barak, he said, watch out for Michael. He knows where all the bodies are buried. And Michael Flynn didn't do anything. And I think that they had this all set up already. Like, he talked to because Michael Flynn didn't do anything, and DJT was like, "Listen, I'll run. I think we can do this," and exactly how they're doing it, because we don't hear exactly how they were fixing it for 20 years, but but DJT would know how they were fixing it for 20 years because some intern worked for them at the time, and they're like, "Hey, listen to this, Donald." And he was like, "No shit. That's all they got to do is just have a couple poll workers at bigger cities and around those counties, and just steal those votes. That's it. That's all you got to do. You got to know, like, I think it's like 102 counties to really take control of the whole election in swing states." And
Yeah.
I didn't know that until now, but he may have knew that.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
So
that's what Bannon was, his campaign advisor, wasn't he?
Correct. And I can't still find it till this day, but I saw somewhere where Bannon also worked with the Clintons in the 90s. So I think like Bannon, like he also had an idea.
Yeah. And you know how like sometimes you could look at someone and they're just like something seems off. I don't know the guy by any means, and it seems like he's a patriot, but like I don't know, just maybe he's recovering from something, but it always seems like he has rosacea, and I don't know. I just hope he's healthy, I guess. I don't know.
Who is this?
Bannon.
Oh yeah, Bannon looks like absolute hell.
So it's just like, I don't know what that's about. I hope he's okay.
Okay, but let me just make this clear. I was never able to find the same article I read where Bannon worked for the Clintons in the 90s. I could have been confusing two different articles that I read, because I mentioned to somebody and they're like, "No, they didn't. This dude's Republican to the day he dies." But but money talks sometimes, and it doesn't matter really who you're working for. If somebody's like, "Hey, I got information, and I need information, and I have money," dude's like, "Yeah, write me a check."
Right.
So it's either he set himself up for this, and we got the information wrong, because you can't give somebody the playbook. So that minister coming on when we first were all awakening, or just starting to understand what was going on, he was like, "Listen, the military went and grabbed Donald Trump, and they were like, 'Listen, Donald, the Satanists are coming, and they're going to take over, and we need you to stand up and raise up for the American people.' And that's what's happening. I have insider from. Listen, I know Navy intelligence. Okay, did you ever see that video?
No. Who said that?
I don't know. It was some big old pastor with white hair, and it was like, dude, it was like a 2-hour sermon on on everything that was going on with the war, and how they invited DJT to sign up to be president.
I
Anybody
heard
else?
something
Anybody
like
else
that
see that?
too, but I didn't see it.
It happens. It happens, dude. Not ever. Listen, I don't have a life. I just have a brain that needs instant gratification. So I just read through things as fast as possible, and just keep it moving. So like, seeing that pastor is just something that just stuck into my mind, because that was like one of the first things I saw, and woke up like, the hell's this old man saying? And why is he talking like this? We stopped Donald Trump. And the guy was pretty believable.
He's probably right, from all I know.
Probably right, but as I just showed you, he was just a pen pal with Richard Nixon. Why pen pal?
That's something.
Why a pen pal?
You would think that would also be a means of, okay, let me ask you this. They're pen pals. How do you know who wrote that letter for sure? You didn't see him write it?
Correct. I didn't seem right, but it's gosh, it's. But he never denied it. He never
No.
wasn't. He never came out and was like, yeah, I never talked to Richard Nixon.
But then
And that
on the
just
other
go ahead.
on the other hand, I was going to say that I guess it is more secure because there's only one of those, right? There's only one letter versus an email that could be a little bit more easily intercepted or something that could be copied or, you know, a different way versus you physically having to be there to take that letter from somebody.
Correct. And in the 80s, it would have been with their rich asses, they would have fax machines.
Right. Fax machines. Oh my.
And oh gosh, Xerox machines,
Hmm.
and send them digitally. But now they were pen pals. Oh my gosh, U.S. task force proposes adults 60 and older should not take daily aspirin to prevent a heart attack and stroke.
What? That's a little late.
Yeah, don't you think?
Since
Breaking news.
when?
Also covered by the New York Times, low-dose aspirin should no longer be initially prescribed to try to prevent a first heart attack, stroke, or colon cancer. A U.S. panel of experts suggested.
What the heck?
So I'm not. This is reported by the Jerusalem Post.
I feel like this is breaking news.
Also by so they've been poisoning us the whole time. That's funny because that's actually one of the things they asked my my child's mother to take while she was pregnant was low dose aspirin to prevent I don't remember something that goes wrong with women when they have high blood pressure and pregnant.
Well, yeah, because as far as I can recall, they told you to take baby aspirin a day, especially older men, to help prevent heart attacks, right? Wasn't that what they were saying? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but that's what the doctor said.
Yeah, because supposedly it helped thin your blood and relieve the stress of like contraction of your vessels or something. I think that was the point. But apparently it's no good. Maybe now it's because of people that got the Jabberino. It's just got some kind of adverse effect or something, or they want you to die. Oh, because it helps with blood clots.
That
Robbie
makes
Morgan.
sense.
Robbie Morgan's on it.
Welcome, dude. That's awesome.
So don't stop
You're
taking.
Spot on.
Yeah, so don't stop taking it because if you got the Jabberino, please continue to take the low dose aspirin to try to not do blood clots. Okay, so don't listen to us. We're only patriots and we have to figure this out together. Okay, so let's break their propaganda right this second and don't spread it around. So sorry, everybody. Damn it! You see that? See that? We almost were a hit piece, Ronan.
Bro, that Ace Robbie saved it, dude. He stepped in like a hero. It's like boom, truth. That guy's smart.
He gets two fingers. Two fingers. Good job, Robbie, man. And so do you? Oh yeah, you do watch a lot of these rallies. I can't keep up with them. I just don't have the time to because listen, when I leave the news, I go to crypto.
Right on. I watch some of them. I don't have, if I catch them, sometimes I can work from home and I'll have it in the background. And if there's something interesting, I always record them so I can go back, chop them up, and I'll throw a video or two on my page just to have it be there, kind of archive it type of thing.
Okay, yeah. And oh gosh, you know how many things I have just sitting there? I'll never learn everything I want to learn.
If it's just space on a hard drive, the way I see it, it's there when I need it. And you're right, I hardly go back to it, but sometimes you do, and it's like, oh wow, oh yeah, and you remember some of the stuff that they've pulled on us earlier. What's this one say?
Federal judge calls for Justice Department civil rights probe on January 6th detainees treatment in D.C. jail. So this could show that there is oh, you son of a, oh wait, never mind. I got the right screenshot. So could show that there is unfair treatment. Oh yeah, definitely break. Definitely if they didn't go inside the Capitol and just grabbed up because they were there. Oh, you're definitely breaking somebody's civil rights because they're part of a quick flash movement that you're still allowed to have. A federal judge on Wednesday found the director of the D.C. Department of Corrections and the warden of the city jail in contempt of court and called on the Justice Department to investigate whether the facility is violating the civil rights of dozens of January 6 detainees. U.S. Federal Judge Royce C. Lamberth of Washington made the ruling after finding jail officials failed to turn over information to approve wrist surgery recommended 4 months ago for a defendant in connection with the January 6th Capitol riot, according to the Washington Post. So pretty much, I'm just getting through the beginning of that. It's they're only getting looked at because somebody was supposed to have surgery 6 months ago and they never showed up yet.
Wow.
So Dr. Trump state, did you know that?
About them not letting him see the doctor?
Yeah. If you're in real need of medical care, they're not allowed to hold you.
No, that's cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm talking to the FBI agent. Of course that you know that.
That's a big problem. So, but all we know is that this person never showed up for their scheduled surgery. Did their
Correct.
family or something say anything about them?
Okay. So, let me find out. But I can post the article down below. It's my fault for not grabbing it and posting it immediately. Good night. Good night. Good night, GA Cracker. Thank you so much for tagging along and staying with us. I appreciate you staying with us while we build the news. Okay, so let's go back to the article. And the defendant has been identified as Christopher Worrell, a purported member of the Florida Proud Boys, charged with 4 felonies in connection with the incitement, including rioting and spraying pepper gel at police. Gerber said D.C. officials failing to turn over medical records is more than just inept and bureaucratic jostling of papers. What is that? What? Go ahead. Say that again.
Bureaucratic.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir. I listen. These are some of these are new words to me. Okay, maybe second times. I find that the civil rights of the defendant has been abused. Liberist said, I don't know if it is because he's a January 6th defendant or not, but I find this matter should be referred to an attorney general of the United States for civil rights investigation. Liberth also suggested that the U.S. Marshal Service may have to move inmates from the D.C. jail to another detention facility if they are receiving improper treatment. Conditions of the jail have for years been a concern. Another concern is how long judges will allow prosecutors to continue to ask defendants to waive their rights to a speedy trial 9 months after the breach. And that is the end of the article. Thank you for making me.
Robbie's saying that they had his wife on Newsmax today. I don't know. He said no, wrong one. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but
The one I was thinking about had
Oh,
cancer.
a different wife on this. So there potentially could be two. It seems.
Oh man. Oh man. So basically they're all getting unfair treatment. Okay, we can well, I'm glad I read that through then, huh, guys?
Yeah. So I mean, there's multiple people clearly being treated cruel and unusual. And that's very unusual. We would never, exactly what you said, we would never treat anyone in the system like that if they needed the medical attention. It's
Correct.
messed up.
Okay. Cancer. I'm just going to check out this real quick, everybody. Thank you for bearing with me to see if we can get anything about the gentleman being held, being needed of medical care because of cancer. And these are one of those ones that they want you to register. Oh, you've reached the article limit. Okay, all right. Well, we do understand though that people are their civil rights are being violated, just not with the Jabberino, but the people who just went down to protest their rights at a DC, and they've been in jail for more than 180 days. So they what is it? They have 1 year, right, until to put them in front of a judge for trial.
Um, you know, in a regular court, it's different. What they're being held with, and because of where they did it and what they did, I don't think we're being told like what they're really being charged with. I don't know. Honestly, they have the right to a speedy trial. Um, they have the right to not be treated cruel and unusual. They overstepped that. And even if they do go beyond the point of which they already have a right to a speedy trial, how can we help them? You know what I mean? We got to keep pumping this out. Not only are they being mistreated, but it's also like on the level of they're being denied medical service plus the right to, that's a reflection of us. They could do that to any single one of us. And that's something that's really important that we have to realize, that just because it's not me, it's not me today, it will be tomorrow, type of a thing. It's just a matter of time. So if we don't keep this, top of mind type of thing and make sure people are aware of it and they know it, that's what they did in Romania. People would just disappear. You don't ask questions, they're just gone.
Dude, but you can't. I don't want to ask Americans to start snatching people up. That's
I'm saying
I want to be the guy because I want to because I would want I'd be the one that would want to go down.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. What I'm saying is like the government would disappear people. Like
I thought you were talking
here
about
we're
we
hearing
start
about
messing up
them.
the government. I was like, oh
No,
it's
don't,
getting real.
not at all. No. I wouldn't. I'm a very peaceful, loving person. I wouldn't do like anything like that. What I'm saying is, during communism, the communist government would disappear people. So like here we are hearing about these folks being mistreated, being denied the right to speedy trial, being treated cruel and unusual. So we have to speak out while we still can, right? Because their next step is they're just gone. You don't know anything about it. You don't ask questions, or you're the next one to disappear. It's frustrating. I'm sorry, it's frustrating.
I love that. I love that. That Putin does that. That the president candidates just they just disappear. and Putin wins unchallenged.
Okay, well then, like, how about the Putin and T relationship? Like, there's like, are they good? Are they bad? Like, what the heck? Like that, their relationship, like their dealings. I don't know.
I think his wife is Russian royalty, and Russians have been so good at hiding their royalty that that I think they have mutual respect for each other and just and know what's really going on.
Kind
And
of like the
yeah,
enemy of my enemy is my friend type of thing.
yeah, correct. Because well, that's kind of how China and Russia are together.
You're right.
Because they think they're enemies of the enemies is my friend, but really like they're everybody's just keeping their eye on China.
Well, and they're so close too, right? So there, it's like keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
China got no
Full of
China Russia ain't
cliches
got no
tonight.
choice. That's awesome. And it's funny as hell. And but oh gosh, that those two countries totally confuse me on how close they are and how different they really are. I I don't know. I don't have an answer for how for their real relationship. I think they want to make the world a better place. At least that's what I think DJT wants to do.
I do. I want to make the world a better place.
You are, and well, not really. You're on here with me, so so you failed there.
I guess I could be out doing something dumber.
Right. Like not spreading truth. Like telling everybody to go out there and get the Jabberino. Okay.
Right.
Why do we need to go out to get the Jabberino? We need to get to all three of them because we own stock in all three of them companies. So
Wait,
please
let me
go
get
out
some more
there.
stock before you do.
Yes, let me go buy some more stock before you go get your booster. Okay. Please and thank you. And if anything happens to you, it's not our fault. We're not life advisors or financial advisors. We're just here for an entertainment. Watch us dance.
Is my thing all blurry? Let's see if I get it.
It is. It is.
Oh well.
I did that because I had to calm your coolness down. I just want to let everybody know that he has that professionally done because he's an FBI agent.
They do it for me. I got people.
You got people. Good. I hope they spend all that money for just two viewers. Because
It's government, of course they did. Come on now.
That makes complete sense now. And because I think two of the viewers are just us to make sure we're still on the stream.
You're probably right.
So thank you, Robbie and Diane. You guys both get two fingers. If I do
I
it
think
twice, I'll get
Diane's
four
out.
fingers.
I think she said good night. I'm sorry.
Good night. Yeah, she gone. She did Shabbat. She called me Shabbat. And I have to get better at going through the news, but I am pretty awake. So we're gonna call this in 9 minutes if you don't mind, Ronan. So
Absolutely. Yep.
So I can put this together. Ronan, what do you do for work, Ronan? Besides lawyering?
I have my real estate sales license, so I make money in real estate.
Oh, good. That's so you read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad?
You know, I didn't, but a lot of people recommended that I do.
Yeah, I definitely I didn't read the book. I didn't read the book. Rich Dad Poor Dad, but I only caught the cliff notes, and I understand the whole concept, and
Yeah,
it makes a lot of sense.
I do mostly residential though. I don't really get into to doing commercial stuff like that, just kind of helping folks out when they need some help. Since I have a license, I can do that. Here recently, though, I bought a dump of a house, and I've been working on remodeling it myself, and I've just been having a great time doing it. Something that I've kind of always wanted to do. I've always rented up to this point, and I've saved a bunch of money, so I was like, well, it's now or never, right?
Correct. And did you get it in a decent neighborhood at a decent price?
I bought it out in the country. So I bought it. It's out in the country. I have an acre of land around me, and there are houses like maybe like every 400 feet or so. They're not far. Like, it's just, if I shout, they can hear me type of a thing. But
Okay.
I have room for my dog to run around. I love to garden. And so one of the first things I did here when I bought it, I actually started working on the outside. I planted apple trees, pear tree, raspberries, cherry trees, a plum tree, grapes, blueberries, goji berries. I just love doing that stuff. I love being outside, and so that was one of the first things I did, is kind of get a little orchard going here. So maybe next spring I might even have something.
That's very nice. It's very nice, and it's just you tending to it. No misses.
No misses. I'm a bachelor.
And no, you guys, you got it. You got everything set up for somebody.
Yeah, to be honest, like up to this point in my life, I felt like I've been called to do something, and I'm obedient to God, and so then that's what I've been doing. And having a wife and children, even though it's something that I really do want to have in my life, I just know that I would be putting people in danger, and they would be used as leverage against me. And just kind of like how God tells you stuff, He tells me stuff too. So I know someday, He knows the desires of my heart, and He's faithful and loyal to me, and I trust Him and His timing. So yeah, you're right. I'm getting things ready. I'm no fool. I might be a dummy, but I'm not stupid. I know how to listen to God.
Damn right. It's so funny the things like I've come across too, and then all of a sudden, like, it's just like I just feel it's like a calling from God. And it's sorry, I'm just posting this on Facebook because I feel everybody should know what happens to communists. See what happens when you go against freedom.
I think. Do you still have that PO box?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, I'm gonna send you that movie I was talking about. I bought a few copies of it, so I'll send one your way.
Please do. And yeah, my PO box is on the show. I don't know if you've ever caught the show. Oh my gosh, you just see who that was on my screen? Nobody did. I'm deleting this video immediately. Listen, I do not cover other people's neighbors' wives. Okay, people, they try to cover thy. Sheesh. Me and God have a deal. Okay, he gives me wives to covet. And that's what really got me off my. I'm not even gonna
Every
lie,
time
dude.
you talk about that, I just like, oh man, he's a sniffer.
I'm a sniffer. I really am a sniffer, dude. And
I love you, brother.
I love you too. Thank you so much, Ronan. So, Ronan, where are you located at?
Ohio, just outside of Dayton area, greater
Oh, that's
Dayton
right.
area.
I think you mentioned that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm Philadelphia.
I've been
Philadelphia,
to
Pennsylvania.
I've been to Pennsylvania once in my life. I've visited the Scranton area. It's all
Okay,
right.
I have family in the Scranton area. And it's not the same. All of Pennsylvania is not the same.
What? You
It's a
sure?
big, yeah, it's a big ass state, dude. It's
It is.
just like I mean, but I kind of get it because I think of Ohio being like like a big ass state. Just like, but everybody's the same because you're all from Ohio, except You guys also have Amish and Mennonites.
Yep. Farms and cities. It is similar to Pennsylvania that way. And I guess, whenever you go to some place that's new, you kind of have expectations. And I thought, like, for whatever reason, I just kind of was taken back by how much farmland and stuff. There's like fields. I just figured there's people everywhere, you can't walk around. But no, it's very similar to Ohio. And I like
Okay.
the history on the East Coast, versus the further west you go, the less history and stuff there is. So Pennsylvania is full of history. It's rich with history,
Correct.
American
Yes.
history.
Yes. Well, going out west, you have a lot of the history on how everything was staked and the guys the pillaging that had to go on.
Yeah.
So yeah, our is all of America is rich, but we do have some pretty original from the beginning history. Not so much the Vikings though.
No.
So do you believe that we already had this map? We already had this Earth mapped out long before Columbus made it.
Probably. I mean, there are old maps that are pretty accurate that have been discovered even before Columbus, So probably, and that's the hard part to really like sit back and figure out. We know we've been lied to, and it's like, okay, so of the stuff that we've been lied to, what's real and what's not? But I'm pretty sure that we have. And so I grew up in Wisconsin in the Driftless area where along the Mississippi River, and they call it the Driftless area because it's before the glaciers. When they came through North America, they went around that. Somehow that area of Wisconsin was missed, so it's really hilly and stuff, and they find old artifacts and all kinds of history in there. And there are theories of Norsemen coming in through the Great Lakes and all the way down through northern Wisconsin. I think it's actually technically the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, up in that area, Copper Mountain or Copper Island, maybe.
Okay. So you're making me think. Should we start having to like actually remap? There's people out there right now just going through Google Earth with their whole life. Do you ever watch Salty Cracker?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I do. I used to catch Salty Cracker, but I forgot to resubscribe to his channels after they annihilated everything I had. It physically hurt. But believe it or not, after everything got annihilated, I found cryptocurrency. I've never felt any better. Weird. That's not even a lie, dude. I've never, ever have felt any better ever since I found cryptocurrency.
No, man. I've never felt any better since I found God, right? Or if God found me.
Oh yeah,
that
too.
Crypto's cool. I don't mean to like poo-poo your parade.
No, you're okay. You're okay. No. You're okay because you know what? I have to bring myself back because I remember when I kind of found God, and it was a real awakening when I just sat there and I just started talking to myself. I was like, dude, what is going on? Like why can't I get better? And I just started listening to another voice other than go, because I was just always in go mode. Just go.
Now you're rolling in crypto. You can't swim in it though.
Nah, dude, I'm not rolling in crypto. I have literally cut out coffee almost. Okay, just put it this way: I cut out coffee every morning to buy crypto. So if that's $1 every day that I had to cut out coffee for 4 months, I've only put $150 in crypto. But that's how much I love the crypto game. I'm willing to cut out. But now I actually bought this here because it's I have to because of the show. But at the time, I just was like, I needed to find money anywhere because God was telling me to buy crypto. It's not even a
God,
lie.
if
And that
God's telling you to buy crypto, He'd give you money to buy crypto too, and He
that
probably did. I'm
he
not like trying to.
no, he did give me money here and there to buy more crypto, and that $150 turned into 850 and is going to turn into $1 million.
Yep.
And
And he controls all that stuff too. I mean, they're just numbers on the screen. We pray for healing for our bodies, and we have faith in that. You think He can't materialize some digits on a screen somewhere, or like,
damn
you know what I
Skippy,
mean? I'm not worried.
he's exactly. I'm not worried about it either because he likes to check, he likes it. And this dude, I was an atheist. I'm not even gonna lie. My friends always be like, Chris, you believe in God? I'm like, dude, there is no God. We're all on a side of petri dish, and that's not the sun. It's just a candle. And dude, I used to say all sorts of bizarre things.
But I
But
think that there's something about being honest, though. Like you didn't lie when people asked you to like appease their emotions or whatever, and there's a purity to that, even if where you are in the moment is in a good place. But when you're being honest like that, they appreciate it. And now, let's say you have a conversation with someone and you give them where you're at now, they're going to receive that as truth too. You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
correct. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I still find it so hard to believe that people believe. Listen to me because I'm crazy as hell, dude. I switch life choices at the drop of a hat sometimes because that's what I feel the direction I have to go.
Yeah, I mean, I went full vegetarian a few years back. You know, I hear
So
you.
did I.
That's a big life choice. I went full on. I started eating some fish. I shouldn't say, and that's just recently though. And I kind of thought about what I was doing, and then it was like, well, ultimately, I am a physical human being, and I do need sustenance. And God did say, "Eat whatever you want." So it's not like I was doing anything like that, but I'm not advocating for anybody to do with that or whatever. I'm just, we were talking about life choices, and I'm right there with you, brother. You know, at the drop of a
Okay,
hat.
correct, because like we were talking about earlier, what happens is I feel that some things just hit that puzzle and it just goes and then it just makes complete 100% sense to us at that time and you're like, all right, that's what's sticking with me now. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. And like just like when I read the Ten Commandments and I got mad as hell when it said don't cover thy neighbor's wife. It just made sense. But you can cover thy neighbor's wife. So I was like, all right, I can go two doors down. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you do got a pretty big sniffer, so you could probably get 2 doors down. I believe you.
That's I only got a big sniffer is because I believe my family was probably once deep Kabbalah, and I'm just on the hunt for sniffing. It's all genetics. That's what it is. That's why I like sniffing because I'm genetically deep Kabbalah somewhere down the line.
You joke about it, but like we probably, if we go far enough in our family, somebody somewhere in every single one of our families, probably, I guess, somebody somewhere was, you know what I
Dude,
mean? You know what
I
I mean?
I got this one client. I can't legally tell you his name, but dude, he was adopted out by an orphanage, and he went to go try to find his adoption records for them only to be like federally sealed.
Holy smokes.
And yeah, he couldn't get nothing. And that's some deep Kabbalah stuff. And this dude, I can't even explain the trauma that him and his brother had to go through because I could probably get sued. But it's the stuff I have to hear about constantly of the abuse that people have faced from the community and things that they've been forced into their life. So,
Yeah.
so he did a lot of investigation, and the most he found out was that he is could be English royalty. And I I didn't give his name, but he would, if he listened to this, he'd be like, "You're talking about me? That's fucked up. I'm telling your work." Um, and
Well, we don't have
that's
to go any further. I don't want you to get in trouble.
correct. Yeah, dude, how hard it would be for him. Yeah, he would never listen to this show. He got rid of Facebook. He used to he used to practice in the mace. He used to try to be a mason, the Masonic, but that was way later in his life. Um, and but now he's just scarred traumatically from all his experience, and now just he can't work physically. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We're just gonna move on. But no, but
Yeah.
that's the type of stuff that has happened in our world where people can't find out where their origins are from. And he pretty much said, he was like, I would want to get a DNA test, but I'm afraid I would get denied my results because I'm a marked man. He felt.
They'd probably just send him some bogus letter. You know what I mean? Like just lie about,
Correct,
that
correct.
stuff. But it's
Very,
clear
very
that God put
possible.
you in that man's life for you to help him and minister to him, and we all are. We I kind of said this I don't know, a few days ago or whenever, but it's like we have to start getting ready and have the mindset that we're going to have to take these people in. They're all going to be orphans, really, right?
Correct.
So we're going to have to be able to take them in and show them love and be kind to them, even when we don't want to and we feel they don't
Correct.
deserve it.
But here's the funny thing about my job. I deal with people with psychiatric behavioral disabilities and mental health disabilities, retardation. Some of them. I have to use the word. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't fear away from the word anymore. We just have to stand up as Americans. But that's besides the point. So I deal with people that like to hurt themselves, that want to hurt you, want to hurt other people, and can hurt themselves and just disappear off this earth. And it's weird, but I was kind of built for the job because
Yep. Well, it's not weird.
people die. You walk up on shit and you're just like, oh, dude, I've seen worse. That sucks. I can't get them to sign my paper. Who do I call next? And shit happens, dude. So, but I was kind of, and even when I think about that stuff, I kind of just, I'm like, what the fuck did I see? Laugh about it and just move on, because somebody has to clean up the mess. I'm not the one that mops though, so I just write about it. I'm just like, yeah, dude, didn't make it. Oh, dude. Yeah, people try to hurt themselves all the time, and then my paperwork gets scrutinized because they're like, well, what were you working on? I'm like, dude, I was working on life, pro life, dude. What was I working on? Anti life? I was walking over there. I was like, yeah, you don't need to do this anymore. Here's a rope, and what you do is you stand on a chair and you kick it out from under yourself. I wasn't saying that shit. Fuck, dude.
That's one thing that bureaucracy like that really does. It dehumanizes us, right? And I just hope that when you're helping these folks, I know like a lot of people are angry and they take it out on themselves or the people around them. So I hope you're not in the crosshairs too much. That God keeps you protected.
Oh yeah, God definitely does keep me protected because He taught me cryptocurrency to get me the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And
How are we doing on time?
oh, dude, yeah, we can sign off, dude. You're amazing. You're like a therapist.
I'm good. I don't want to like keep you up any later than you have to be.
Well,
You have
right
a
now,
real
it's,
job,
yeah,
You
no,
actually help people.
correct. And well, thank you very much. And so, real quick, before we go off, we're going to sign off on this article: list of U.S. companies secretly owned by China. Tesla, Microsoft, GM, Uber, and let's see what else we have. We have General Electric, number one. We have AMC number 2. Their headquarters in Beijing, China. I'll list it off on where. Okay, headquarters in Arkansas, bought by Dylan Wanda Group, headquarters Beijing, China. That's number 2. Number 3, Smithfield Food, headquarters Smithfield, Virginia, bought by H Group, headquarters Hong Kong. Number
That's
4,
crazy.
the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, headquarters McLean, Virginia, bought by Anbang Insurance Company, Beijing, China. IBM Personal Computer Division, headquarters Armonk, New York. Sorry about that. Brought by Lenovo, headquarters Quarry Bay, Hong Kong. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it doesn't compute. Then we
It's all
also have General Motors, Detroit, Michigan, brought by China. We have
Jesus.
Spotify,
Have mercy.
Stockholm, Luxembourg, and New York City, brought by China. So this is China, just all up on our stuff. We have Palo Alto, California, Tesla, Shenzhen, China.
What?
God, yeah.
I thought he was in Austin, Texas. How the heck did that happen? When?
Well, this. Well, he's not there. He said he is moving, but he's not there yet. This article is. Oh, damn. This article was written November 22nd, 2020. But still, though, these are still companies that.
Yeah.
They still.
I had no idea.
They still haven't come back though. Okay, so
Wow,
they might own they do own a lot of the battery production. Elon Musk might be the brains behind Tesla and the majority shareholder with 21.7%. Okay, so that's how they own most of Tesla's. They mostly own the production of it. It had a net income of 95.6 billion.
So
this is an old article.
They own the factories that make them?
Okay, Elon Musk might be the brains, but this isn't the only one pumping money into the automotive company. There are plenty of shareholders, including Tencent Holdings Ltd. Tencent isn't just into music, but a variety of things. So they're saying that most of the shareholders are in China. So it's not production.
Sense.
I'm sorry.
That's
sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm the hit piece. Also, Snapchat is owned by China. Microsoft Corp. We already knew that. New Tiapi, Tasheng District, and we have this keeps going. Hilton Hotels, Hawaka, China, Hawaku, China, and then we have WeWork. I don't know what WeWork is. Damn, I thought this was going to be really easy. Sotheby's, they're owned by China. If I get any of this wrong, it's because I didn't read much out loud as a child. Starplex Cinemas, Alliance Healthcare Services. Oh, damn, that sucks.
I wouldn't have a problem with them owning any of this stuff if they're a little nicer. Why got to be so mean about everything and to their people? If they're nice to their people and they're civil, I mean, I don't care where it is.
This only goes to show on that all the all the money that's leaving our country, though. It's not even about them being nicer. It's about the money leaving the country. And if this is sir, if this is gold trading, then this is all the gold leaving our country. So this is why we kind of need to trade in crypto, because I don't want to lose my gold. Especially, I don't want to give you my gold. Not you, but them.
Right on. Yeah.
I'm sorry to keep. I thought it would have been easier. That there would not have been many companies, dude. But I'm going to keep going to see how many.
Please do. I mean, that's such an eye-opening article. It's just non-stop. It never ends.
Okay, so it finally ends at 76 companies, which is Switchbox Labs, Seattle-based company. Switchbox Labs was brought by Lenovo back in 2009. Lenovo. Okay, for
Lenovo,
an
yeah.
unspecified amount. The company founders stay with the company underneath the new Lenovo leadership, providing their expertise. Innovation is a lifeblood of our company, and despite the current challenges in the worldwide economic and PC industry, we are committed to investing in strategies and technology. So they're a technology company. Okay. And so at 76 companies, I'm going to post this in the chat. But guys, I am going to head out. Somehow this got from being a live chat and building the news to just all of a sudden now we're just tired and we just did the news forever. All right, here we go. I'm so sorry you didn't have to stay long. I'm so sorry, but guys, we would say this out with a prayer. Go ahead, Ronan, say this out with a prayer.
Already. Good Heavenly Father, Almighty Creator, you hold the universe together, yet you still know us, and you love us, and we love you. We thank you for this day and the fellowship we had here with each other. I pray you keep us safe, and I pray that you not only just keep us safe, Lord, but help us reach those that need to be kept safe too, so we can bring them in the fold, Lord, so they'd be protected as well, God. And I pray for Chabul, that you strengthen him and give him wisdom and health, God. And I pray for the Six Fingers, that you meet with him and you show him love. And I pray for all the people in chat, for Frog 9, Bobby, and all the people that stopped in to spend some time with us, Lord. I pray you meet with them too, and speak to their hearts, and just bring us all together, Father God. And I just want to say another extra prayer of protection over us, Lord. I really do pray that you bind the evil one's hands, his feet, Lord, so he can't reach out to us and can't come after us, Lord. I do pray that you blind his eyes so he can't see our comings and goings, Lord. I pray you mute his mouth so he can't whisper his lies to us, Holy Father. I pray that you blind his eyes so he can't see our comings and goings. Oh, Father, I pray you deafen his ears so he can't hear our plans, Lord, so that we may move freely and prosper and gather your children, Lord. For your glory, we love you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Holy moly, Ronan, you really know what you're doing with that praying stuff. I really, really was into it. Thank you,
God.
sir. Praise God. I felt that. I really did. That was the power of the words. That was meaningful. Well, Ronan, I thank you. And if you ever want to cut out, dude, just let me know. But dude, we got to cut out Chris. We've been on, or Jabbo, we've been on too long.
I will. I don't feel that tonight. I don't want you to stress or anything. And if ever I will, or if I gotta go, I'll go, type of thing. So don't stress.
Absolutely, sir. All right, everybody. That is all for now from the Mental Health Militia News. Ronan Chabul, have a good one. God bless you and yours. Holla Chabul. 2 fingers. 2 fingers, Ronan. Good night, everybody.